Alright, all you listeners of the madness, and I guess a couple of you graveyard shift workers out there taking your first breaks for the night, welcome back to Under the Radar. And yes, we do realize we're a wee bit behind schedule than what we used to, but yeah, let's just say we're doing this to avoid the sun at all costs. And for those who've been listening to the show for the past couple of years, let's just say that the summer doesn't like us and we don't like it. So if you see a whole bunch of shows happening in the middle of the latest part of the night to avoid sunlight, yeah, we've become vampires until August. But besides that public service announcement, folks, I think it's time for us to head right directly into those news stories with these interesting newspaper clipping scissors for us to go into a very special summer solstice edition of yesterday's news. And in our first yesterday's news story, for you Domino King fans out there wondering what sort of crazy domino piece he's got up his sleeves next, I have some good news for you. Because it's been announced as of this past weekend, the Domino King would work on a piece from Avatar: The Last Airbender in the form of Zuko of the Fire Nation with well over 35,135 dominoes. And the fact that it took him about a week and a half to set up these domino pieces, not bad. Not bad at all. And also, the fact that he used red and yellow and orange dominoes to set up the fire, along with different forms of crazy dominoes he added in for this time. I definitely appreciate the work that he goes through trying to set up these cool dominoes pieces. And not to mention the fact that he had the fire symbol included for the domino work for this time. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out these cool domino pieces that he decided to set up for the Fire Nation for Avatar: The Last Airbender, plus other cool domino pieces he's got coming down the tubes, you can head on over to the YouTube page of one man only known as the Domino King to check it out for yourself. Irony he picked the Fire Nation just when summer was starting. Just saying. And in other yesterday's news, for you fans out there who wanted to hit the cinemas for this year for the summer, I have some good news for you. Because it's been announced as of this past Thursday that they meaning AMC, has announced that they will open 450 of their US locations as of July 15th. And to make things even better, folks, they decided to actually open another 150 of the remaining locations as of July 24th. And to make sure to keep the spread of the COVID-19 virus down, they will require you to wear a mask while going inside of the theaters itself. And in my opinion, it's a good compromise. Even though a lot of people are going to be a little angry about the fact of wearing a mask while going into a theater, let's just say it's better than the alternative. Than getting sick and ultimately having the theaters shut down for the entirety of the summer. So, like I said before, a good compromise. And for any of you out there who wants to check out what sort of movies they will be playing inside of AMC theaters once they open up back in July, or any other cool movie previews that they will be showing during it, you can go ahead and head on over to the website only known as AMC.com to check it out for yourself. And according to the maestro, it's actually AMC Theaters, so it's not confused with the actual television network of AMC. Oh, good point, good point. And in other news, and in surprising news from the world of Daria, besides them coming out with a spin-off of the classic show known as Jody almost 20 years after it's been off the air, it looks like the show will not be featured on MTV, but instead will be featured a part of Comedy Central. If somebody had told me years ago that Daria would be featured on Comedy Central instead of, the classic network of MTV, it says a lot. I would have told them they were lying. But MTV will still have its stamp on it because it will be produced by MTV Studios. And for those who are wondering when will this show hit the airwaves, the date is still up in the air, but I, for one, cannot wait to see how much has changed in the world of Daria since their late 90s humor, and see if Six Sad World will be a part of this show while they're on it. Because for some strange reason, that was one of my favorite little side shows they had during the show of Daria. And for those who don't know, Daria was featured on an episode of Beavis and Butthead. That's where the show came from in the first place. But I digress, because if any of you out there who wants to go ahead and check out screenshots of this said show, or further news of when this show will hit the airwaves besides from us truly, you can go ahead and check it out on the website only known as consequencesofsound.net to check it out for yourselves. And I guess with that said, folks, wraps it up for another edition of yesterday's news. And with that said, we might as well head back into the music and listen to a couple more of these diamonds in the rough. And when we return, we'll be back with more Under the Radar right after this. So don't touch that dial just yet, folks, and stay tuned.